Welcome back to another episode of AP Bassin'. Today we're catching Ontario lake trout.
Welcome back to another episode of AP Bassin'. I'm here with my two best buddies, Spencer and Sam. This is their first time fishing together. And Spencer's already broken some things. Sam's already driven up here, and none of us have gone to sleep. We've been up for 24 hours. We were supposed to get here at midnight. We ended up getting here at 5 a.m. And long story short, we got here at 2. Long story short, we didn't get into the cabin until 5 a.m. And we will explain that later in this video, but right now, we are about to take a hour.
Big snowmobile ride.
We're gonna catch you guys out on the ice. We're gonna wrap up this cabin, and we're gonna start the new year off with some epic videos. Stay tuned. Look at these baits.
Oh, okay. Just drop them.
You know you're going for big fish when you're using that through the ice. Stay tuned.
What's that? How do I look?
We're gassed up. We're ready. 60 miles into the bush.
So this normally isn't my style of fishing with houses with this lake trout stuff, just because there's so many spots we have to hit here, but when it's this cold out, you have to warm up. That's not really working here, as you can see.
Did you bring any small propanes or no?
No, of course not.
No, why would we?
Why would we do that? How we doing? It's freaking cold. Are my freaking eyebrows snowed up? Oh man. That's naughty.
Alright guys, welcome back. We just took about an hour and a half snowmobile ride in. We got to the first spot, we punched a bunch of holes. We realized our propane is frozen. The camera gear is just not working at all. The condition is -20 outside, raw temp, about -50 probably with the wind chill. You're not supposed to be outside in these conditions, and we are ice fishing, which is absolutely just insane. But we decided to only bring one hut today, so I've got the camera gear in here, and I'm going to try and film something. They're outside, so if they hook up, Sam's going to run out there and try and film them. They want to be outside, they want a whole hop, but I feel more effective kind of just staying in one spot, honestly, because I can work my bait correctly. My drag system is not locked down because of the ice, as well as I'm not completely freezing, so that's a good thing. And I actually missed a fish, believe it or not, while we were setting up. I was dropping down, and I was like, I just missed the hook site. Well, typical me. But that's kind of the update. That was one of the coolest rides in my life coming in here, and just an awesome spot to be. January 1st. First thing I'm doing in the new year is trying to catch a lake trout through the ice, which I've never done before.
Hooked up. On the door side, guys.
Don't.
Okay, this is gonna be really freaking stressful at the hole.
How big is this thing?
It's big. Just keep tight on him. He's good. Hooked up, baby. Yes.
This is the hole.
That is awesome.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Wait, let him go. Let him go. Oh. Let him go. Let him go.
He's here. No.
Nope.
Oh, it's a decent one.
Nope. Alex, can I tell you to pull harder? Pull a little harder. There he goes.
This is a little rod. You're fighting this fish through ultra clear water. Just smoked it. The crazy thing is I didn't mark that fish. All of a sudden was talking to Spence and had weight.
What did I say? I said you're not going to mark a lot of them.
No. I got the technique down
Honestly,
too.
you don't. All it is just covering that whole water column.
Yeah, I got the technique of just going up and down.
Ooh, I could have tail grabbed him right there. Oh, this is when you lose them though, because that line does such weird angles. The line will be pushing against this.
I'm
just going to get aggressive and grab him here. You're not.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that's a good one, dude.
Heck yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. So you really want to keep these fish protected, their eyes, everything warm. We're in a shack, so it's really warm.
Look at that. That's a freaking bass bait. This is my first lake trout through the ice.
That's awesome. Nice.
My first laker through the ice. up here in Lake of the Woods. That took about an hour once we got set up. So there's obviously a bunch of fish around here. We just need to really get on them now.
That's kind of your average trout, I'd say, for Northwest Ontario. But just really cool dark colors. Probably like a 6-7 pound fish. Nice, first laker through the ice. You got him? He's gonna go.
I got him.
Yeah, you sure?
All right, here goes my first laker through the ice. Obviously really fresh fish.
And we're gonna get the heater going. That's awesome. Hey, nice job, buddy.
Thank you.
That's sweet.
First fish of the year, didn't take long.
First spot, first like hour, hey?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was 2.
Fishing for 20 minutes by the time you got the heater and everything.
Yeah.
So what we're dealing with here is we're dealing with a frozen
propane
tank. We didn't bring it inside last night, of course. And Al wanted to sit in the house.
I got a little freaking wet with that.
But we did put him on the cherry. Like I said, there's about 90 feet behind us and he's in like 40, so he's right on the spot.
I got fish crap all over me.
Yeah, we'll dry out here.
So many layers on. Man, that was probably the weirdest thing ever because it went from me talking about me missing one to just hooked up on a fish. What happened was, after I missed that fish, talked to you guys, Spencer came in and he was just talking to me and I was literally just doing my normal jigging and I got hooked up while we were unthawing the propane. Like, this has all happened within an hour of us getting here. Now Spencer and Deihs are actually exploring the reef next to me and I'm going to stay here probably all day and stay in the same hole. Just because it makes sense for filming. I finally have the GoPro set up there. Got the big camera here. Sam's manning that. And we're just going to sit in here and hopefully have a chance at another lake trout. I mean, that's pretty much all you can do in this temperature.
On! Oh, my drag's all froze, dude. My drag is so frozen. Come grab my Vex. Alex, come here. Just choked it down. There he is. Oop. Nice.
That's not a bad one.
Don't grab by the gill. Oh. Sweet. Look at that. Just T-bone that bait. Not a bad one. Beauty. Super, super cool. It's funny because when we came to the spot, I actually told Alex and Sam, I said, we are going to catch one here. This is a really good spot, but I'll give you another look here. Awesome little trout. Not a big one, but super fun to catch. Awesome. There he goes. So, who's up next, Sam? Okay, Sam just had a mark. We've been here for about 10 minutes, and that one ate a white. This is actually a white swim bait again. Super, super, super subtle tail. This is actually a gambler swim bait. That's kind of a flappy tail in the water. I like to use these because the regular swim bait has that square tail. And what it does in the water, it kind of restricts it. Whereas that gambler kind of lets it, you know, swim freely, because what we're doing is we're bringing these fish up like 20, 30 feet and then letting it down. And as that bait falls is usually when they come in and check it out. And that bait has such a subtle fall with the way that gambler, or that paddle tail fall, with the way that beaver tail falls versus the paddle tail. A lot more subtle, a lot more slow, so we're gonna get back down there.
Oh, hey guys, welcome back here. Moral of the story is I kind of wanted to relax, chill in the ice hut, and see if I can just stay on some fish. You know, I like moving around, but I feel like these lake trout are just moving in and out of areas. So I feel like it's almost more effective to stay out of the elements. Holy cow, when it was sitting still. On, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Baby. All by myself out here. Dude, that one slammed it. Oh my gosh, this is a giant. This is a giant. Holy sh**. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. What neek is this? Holy shit, boys. Boys, this is not a trout. Turn this heater off. Heater's scaring me. This is what happens when you sit in the hut. Falling asleep. You just never know what this could be. This could be a giant trout. I think it's a giant trout. What else would it be, I guess? What do I do here? I'm filming by myself. Just got a GoPro. I'm so scared. Oh, oh God! Holy! Holy! Oh my God! This is a monster. Holy crap! Monster trout. Monster freaking trout. Okay. Holy! Holy! Right up in the hole. 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 Come on, in the. Oh no! Oh God! Oh God! No! No! No!
All right, well, we've now hit probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 spots, I suppose. We're just kind of bouncing around this lake, kind of fishing walls and stuff like this. The reason we're fishing these walls is because what's happening here is, as we've seen on our Vexar's bait, you know, gets pushed up against these walls. So instead of fishing like a big vast basin in, let's say, you know, 60 to 100 feet, what these walls do is they kind of eliminate that water. These trout are naturally going to push the bait up against the wall, is what we think's going on, is what people have, you know, kind of thought over the years. So, and what it also does is kind of like a break line, so something different other than basically the basin that they're sitting in. Sometimes they're fishing points or reefs that protrude out, and basically those are just gonna, you know, like I said, eliminate the water and let fish kind of filter through that area, if you will. But what we're seeing here mainly, like on a wall, is the bait is getting pushed up against the wall, so fish have an easier chance to basically track that bait down and pin it against the wall, or, you know, do what they need to do. So we're gonna fish a couple more spots. We are kind of far back away from home base, so sun's gonna set here in about an hour and a half. We don't want to be doing this drive in the dark. It's cold out. We don't want to risk any chances, if you will. So we're gonna fish one more spot here, and go back and pick Alex. We left Alex at another spot down the way, so we're gonna pick him up. Check, there's one on. Unreal, 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 unreal. Come grab this Vex. Oh my gosh, I looked down and this thing is just like, the mark was just massive. This fish feels pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you pull that Vex.
Wow, that was so cool.
That was so cool. Leave the ice out of there too.
Yeah,
right? He's right at the hole.
I'm gonna have hypothermia, but
you gotta clean that ice out.
it was small.
And that's what happens. So that is one thing that does happen a lot with trout, is you do miss a lot of them. The way they eat it is just a little different. They just kind of swipe at it, if you will.
Well, you want to know the sad part about all that? I think if I would have had somebody with me, I would have landed that fish. There was at one point where he was sideways under the hole, and if I would have just, we've got 7 inches, 8 inches of ice, would have went down there and grabbed him, I would have had him. That was the biggest trout I've ever had, besides a rainbow trout, but it was my biggest lake trout. That was the biggest fish I've ever hooked ice fishing. That was sick though, all by myself, just chilling. That was the weirdest bite ever. I was literally just got done jigging, was about to sleep. Like I don't even know what I was doing. I was like freaking tired. I've had 3 good bites today. And I've only, oh my gosh, big freaking bite. Ah, yes! Come here! No! What the f? No, I have no plastics! No! Excuse my language, I'm just really... What the? I do have a hair jig. This is Ontario, so you do have to, or lake trout, I guess, you have to pinch down the barb, so this is barbless. Make it barbless, stay legal. What just happened? What just happened? What is going on? Midday bite out here? boys, why did you leave me? They just left. They said, you know what, you're on that. They're like, no. Sitting in the hut's for babies. Sitting in the hut makes you stay patient. So I was using this little paddle tail that got bit off there on that last fish. Now I'm using a hair jig because that's all I have in here. That's all they've left me with. I have no snowmobile. They are all gone. They're out there hopefully slaying them, but I have no baits. I have one rod. Really could have used some help on that last landing.
Yeah. So what happens is, like, you know, just like any other fish, what happens is the line basically pushes against the hole and it'll pull that hook right out. We are using barbless hooks here in Ontario. Trout, you cannot use barbs, so it's a little riskier, but it is the law, so we gotta kind of obey it, obviously. But those barbs are huge. What a barb will do when it gets next to the hole like that and that hook turns, that barb will catch. Without a barb, that hook just kind of pulls out and pops out, just like what happened there. But too bad we didn't see it, but we definitely had one on. Yeah. Cool the hook up like that. So we'll go back, pick up Alex, and then go back and get some sleep and get some dinner. And we haven't slept in a couple days. We had kind of a rough night last night, as you guys heard. So we're gonna do it.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's going down.
Want me to help you? You got that? Here. Well, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. Well, you guys enjoyed today's episode. It's been an unreal day here. I couldn't have asked for a better day, other than landing that big fish, obviously. But they heard the story, and that's how we're gonna end it. Tomorrow, Sammy D's gonna hook up, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for watching AP Bassin. We will catch you guys next time.